Hi, welcome to Statistics Made Easy. In today's video, we shall see data entry in R. So there are various instances when we require data to be uploaded or imported in R. So let's consider a data set wherein I want number from 1 to 10. So A is equal to 1 to 10, comma A. So this will give me numbers from 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 10. So this is one way to enter the numbers. Now another, let's say I want various observations to be entered in R. So consider a data set A1 which is equal to C into bracket whatever the observations I have to enter. So these are my observations, and if I want to see the data, A1 is equal to, so this is how the data is entered in R. Now there is yet another command. By using a sequence command, I can write numbers up to 1 to 99 with a fixed interval or a length of numbers from 0 to 99 will be divided into is equal to 10. So data from 0 to 99 is sliced in 10 equal intervals as follows. So now there are certain cases when we require repetitive numbers. So for example, I want number 1 to be repeated 5 times. So that can be achieved by using data set is equal to using C into bracket rep. So 1 will be repeated 5 times. So next rep repeat will repeat the number 2 for 6 times. So let's see the output. So 1 is repeated 5 times and 2 is repeated 6 times. So we can do the way we want. So this was about entering the data in a quantifiable form. So let's take a qualitative data as a string vector. So let us enter the, likewise whatever names we want to enter in the data set can be entered and the string can be displayed. So this is what is the string we have entered in R. Similarly, we can enter various letters using letter command. So for example, I want English alphabets from A to, say I want first 10 alphabets. So letter command will give me 1 to 10 alphabets in English. So B1 is, see this is how I have got the English alphabets from 1A to J. J is the 10th alphabet. If I use letter in capital words, so this will give me the capital letters from 1 to 10 or whatever number I want. So these are the first 12 English capital alphabets. So letters will give me capital alphabet as follows. Now say consider a case wherein I want to bind the two data sets. So I will use cbind command to bind the above data sets. Cbind will give me the results in a column form. So you can find a warning message wherein it is indicating that the length of argument 1 is not equal to argument 2. So B1, since the length of B1 was less by 2, so it has repeated A and B again with a warning message in a red form. So now let us consider rbind command wherein similar output in the form of rows can be obtained just by changing C to R. So let's consider a different data set. So in this way both the data sets are in front of us. So now consider a case wherein both the data sets are required in one row. So I will use a C command equal to C into dataset 1 and dataset 2, and in this way I can get a single row wherein both the data sets in a sequential form can be obtained. Now we will use a data frame command to combine the three data sets. So let's consider data.frame. So data.frame will combine the three data sets A, B1 and so you can see the error message wherein it is indicating that the length of both rows are not same and neither are in a multiple. So let's balance that. So if we maintain both the length as 10 and run the same command, you can find the output in a desired format. So let's change the first data set to 5. So 5 and 10 both are multiples, so it has not given any error message. However, the first data set after 1 to 5 alphabets, it has started repeating the numbers. Now consider a case, say for example these data sets I have to give the names to the columns. So first column of first data set A will be serial number, into bracket serial number. These are my labels of columns. So first column name is serial number, second is name, and third is caps. This is the way I have renamed the columns of my data sets. So if I run this, you can see the columns are given the labels, column names are obtained. In same fashion, if instead of COL names, if I use row names, the row also will be renamed the way I want. So let's say I want to rename the rows from 41 to 50. So the row names will be renamed to 41, 42, 43, likewise up to 50. So output is in front of you. Now let us consider a subsetting of data, wherein say for example I want third row to be displayed on my screen. So D1 is at my data set. Within rectangular bracket, if I write 3, the row number, output will be, since comma is missing, it has taken third column number. So if after 3 I give comma, then the third row will be displayed. See, the 43rd row, which was the third row, comma blank, so it has given me the third row, right? So if after comma, if I give the column number, then that specific value of third row and second column will be given. So that value is C, right? So similarly we can find out column also. If I give after comma a column number, I can get that particular second column number which is in front of you. If I describe the column label within quotes, I can get the exact column the way I want. Say for example I want serial number, so if I give within quote comma within quote serial dot number, SR dot number, so same output will be available, right? So first column number 1, 2, 3, 4 is in front of you. So let us consider a case wherein I want to subset the same data set D1, wherein the row numbers are more than 5. So I will give subset into rectangular round bracket D1 round bracket D1 comma D1 into rectangular bracket 1. So see, it has taken row number 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 which are more than 5. So in this way we can subset the data. Now let us consider a case wherein I have to round the observations. So let's consider X is a data set. Let's take a sequence from 5 point any number, see the big fraction, comma any other fraction, the interval of say 10.5, and let's see the data set x is. So this is a very high fractions, and I want to round these fractions to up to decimal 2. So I will write round within bracket x comma 2. Will round the decimal up to second level. See the output. And if I want to have the integer numbers, instead of 2, if I write 0, a whole integer will be available. So the number is rounded to 0th decimal. So this is the way you can do rounding. Up to even minus also is acceptable, because this will, so you can see a unit place is rounded to the next level. So this is how we can manipulate the data in R. So if you like our video, do like, share, subscribe, so as to get fascinating inputs on R. Thank you.